Hello, my Jason Newland's Boring Group members. Hi. I wonder if I can share this. Do 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 do. I wonder, can I share it? I don't know. I've got 4 people watching. Hello. So, hello. Welcome to jasonnewland.com. Hello, Michelle. My name's Jason Newland. Please only listen when you can safely close your eyes. This is Q&A Friday. I got a little bit of a cough, so this is not a good time to be doing a live recording. But I'm recording it, which means I will edit out any kind of coughing or spluttering or anything like that. I think it's just the weather. It gets a little bit like on my chest a little bit, you know, this time of year, especially when I wear summer clothing. I'm trying to hide my boobies. So hello. I realise I've given no notice for this. So I hope you can hear me all right. I'm using a different microphone. So this is the microphone for the actual recording. This is the microphone for the live. I don't know if you can see that down there. So if you are listening, maybe say hi. And I thought it'd just be something to do something a little bit different. New background. Oh, right, so people are... It doesn't show anyone, so new background. Cara says, Ashley, I like your shirt. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Cara. The new background is... It looks like mould, like a mouldy wall, but it's not. Genuinely, it's not a mouldy wall. Okay, it's a mouldy wall. No, it's not. I do have a curtain, which I'm thinking of putting around that. It's a black curtain. Basically, that's where all the soundproofing used to be. And then I moved it to put it in my shed that I had in my bedroom. And then when I took the shed apart, all of the soundproofing fell apart as well, so... Yeah, can you hear me okay? Is the volume good enough for hearing? I'm going to have to actually look at my... Ashley says, I can hear you fine from Utah. Blimey, I didn't realise my voice was that loud. Or, Utah? Utah or Utah? 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 So did you all have those in America, did you have a good Thanksgiving yesterday? I'd like to have Thanksgiving. I think it'd be quite cool to have that in this country. We don't have it. And I think it'd be quite, I think it's just a really cool thing, just generally. And the sound is okay, good, thanks. The sound, when you listen, or if you listen on the actual podcast, it will sound a lot better because I'm using the groovy microphone. This microphone is much better than, because I'm using the iPad to film myself, or to do the live stream. So another picture's not like, the picture's alright, isn't it? It's not perfect, but it's me. It's never going to be perfect, is it? Mike's in the house. He says, we have Canadian Thanksgiving in early October. I remember talking about this in a podcast about Thanksgiving. I think I recall that. Canada, this is October. America's in November. Any other parts of the world do Thanksgiving that you know of? I can't think of any. Cara says, lovely Thanksgiving, too many humans crammed into one house, but we keep doing it every year, so we must like it. Yeah, I just remember going to my dad's for Christmas, or even when I was a kid, and there'd be me, when I was a kid, so there'd be me, my 3 brothers, the parents, my nan and granddad, and my step-nan. At least. Maybe even like another auntie. And, you know, maybe an uncle and aunt or something. But generally, at least those amounts. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So at least 9 people always around the table Christmas, between the ages of 7 and 14. Pretty much, yeah. I say every single year. And I just like Christmas. I used to love Christmas. Mike says, not that I know of anywhere, it's a North American thing. That's the thing though, because outside of America, we don't call it, well, I mean, I'm saying no one does, but I don't think of it as North America and South America, which it is, obviously, but I just don't, it's like America. I don't think of Canada as America or a part of America. And I know it doesn't matter what I think. I'm sure the people at the top are not concerned about what I'm thinking. But it just seems it's such a different world, sort of once you get out of America. It doesn't seem to be very similar from what I've seen on TV. And it is basically from TV, so. Cara says we had 32 this year, which was better than the year we had 40. Well, it's better than the year you had 33, wasn't it? 32. If I just spent a day in a house with 32 people, I would not be making this recording. I would be lying down in a dark room probably for the next month. Wow. 32 people, 40, wow, but 32 people? No, couldn't do it. I do feel a little bit envious sometimes when I see on YouTube and like videos of people, big families, all like hanging out together and celebrating, you know, like a celebration kind of, I guess, Thanksgiving or Christmas or something, and they all seem to be getting on with each other, and there's loads of cousins, and I don't know, that it looks quite nice from a distance. The only time, I mean, I used to go around my nan and granddad's, and sometimes my cousins would come round to my house, but they didn't live near us, so it had never been more than maybe 2 cousins, which did make a huge difference to the amount of people. Like visiting, not eating, but visiting. So what would normally happen is they would have their dinner with my nan and granddad, like on a Sunday, for example, and then we'd go around there, or they'd come round to us, and we'd play with the kids. With like, my cousin was the same age as me, and my other cousin was the same age as my older brother. But the only time I've ever been in a room with more than probably 12 of my family members was weddings and funerals. One engagement party. Oh, an anniversary. My nan and granddad's 50th anniversary. So there was a lot of family there. My granddad's funeral, my nan's funeral, my auntie's funeral, my cousin's engagement party, my dad's wedding. Trying to think. That's it, I think. Oh, my auntie's wedding. That's it, my auntie's wedding. That's all I can think of off the top of my head. Andy D. Hi, Andy D. I'll be flying back to Boston to visit my grandson in December. Is that Andy D? Andy D? I don't recognise that name. I can't see it. It's not Boston, is it? Is that Boston? Spend time with family. We had a good Thanksgiving. Sometimes I go to hide in my bedroom, says Cara. Why is it not allowing me to go? I'm trying to scroll down to see what else was typed, and it's not allowing me to. It's not allowed, it's saying. That's not good. Let's see if I can do it on here. Can I scroll down? No. So I can't see any messages on the iPad, and I can't see any of the old messages on. That's not fair. It is Boston. Hi, Boston. You changed your name. Or did you not change your name? I've never known you to be Andy D. By the way, anyone listening, anyone listening live, I've got people on here that are watching it, and then I don't think they are watching, because Ashley, you don't think you're on here, Michelle, Julia, it's saying people are on here, but it's only saying 2 people are actually listening. Who's actually, or watching rather, who's actually watching right this second? Maybe you can just say yes or something, because the stats are showing that there's only 2 people. Yet on my screen, on the iPad, it's saying loads of people. I think there's a little bit of a lag as well with the thing. Anyway, about Boston. Boston's probably one of my oldest friends on the internet. We were friends, started before, can't even remember Boston, how long. I can't call her Andy, it has to be Boston. I can't help it. Do you know when you know a person's name, when you introduce them and then that you find they change their name, or they decide, I'm gonna, let's say you know them as Steve, and they say, well, I want to be called Stephen now. I can't. So I'm watching Julia, Cara, Andy. Why is it not showing all of the comments? I don't understand. Is there a way? Oh, there might be a way. Oh, there is. I've gone to the full screen now. Oh, I'm excited. I've never been this excited in my life. Mike said, I just remember because there was a comment from Mike, I didn't want to ignore it. So it's a North American thing. Yeah. I'm watching me, Boston. So you're flying back to Boston. That is one place I'd like to visit, actually, Boston. Boston, that's a place I'd like to visit, Boston. Both Boston and to Boston. I would, just because of Cheers, isn't it? That's for me. Because of Cheers, I can't help it. I love that show. I want to go to the bar. I know it's not the real bar, but I'd like to go to Cheers. Yeah. If I don't respond, it's because I had to answer the phone. Don't worry. Hi, Julia. So that's the thing. It goes. Now, I expect to only get one or two if I go on TikTok and no one knows who I am. But this group's got my name in it. It's my group. So again, I'm sorry if I cough or Vinny starts barking. I tried to figure a way to mute this microphone and it ain't having it. Oh, I wonder if I can mute it on. Did that go quiet then when I was talking? I think I learned how to mute it from the iPad itself. Anyone? Anyone for anyone? Did it go quiet? Just as I spoke, I was going like that. Never mind. I don't normally ask you to respond when I listen. When you listen, when I do these, do I? So I need to. Yes, it's not. It did mute. It's not muted now, though, is it? So good. Thank you. It's just that if I feel I'm going to cough, then I can just mute it. If Vinny starts barking, I'll mute it, but it won't be until he's started because he does not give me any notice. There's no like, Daddy, I'm going to start barking in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't get any of that. There's just like instant. And relax. So I need to look at the questions for Q&A Friday, which means opening up another page or another tab. Q&A Friday. Right, I've got 4 questions. In fact, we could do a quick fire round. If anyone's got any questions now, I just bang the microphone. This is what I do when I bang my microphone. So it's just to mark it on the audio, you see. I muted it then so you didn't have to hear me clap. And if you listen to the actual recording, really, Vinny? Can you make it a bit noisier, please? Blimey. So it's to mark it on the audio so I know where it was. So if I cough, if there's a distraction, if he barks, if there's... Not that I really need to clap if he's been barking because it spiked right up. So does anyone have a question? We could do a quick fire round while I'm live. And if this is something that you'd like me to do again, perhaps I could. Maybe 6 p.m. on a Friday, do a live Q&A recording. And maybe then I don't know, I don't really have an ending to that sentence really. But there is a bit of a lag between when you type in and me getting it. It's so if anyone has got a question. So in the meantime, I'll go through the questions that I've got already. Just being lazy, I just couldn't be bothered to read it. I know this is from Richard, I know you've been having Wi-Fi issues and the speed seems slow. Is the Wi-Fi for the entire building, or do you have your own? If it's shared and not fibre optic, it gets slower and more people are active on it. FYI, this is mine. And there's basically, Rich is getting 398.7 megabytes download and 166.8 upload. And I'll be honest with you, I think you're showing off, Rich. You're showing off. Do you want to see what I'm getting? Speed. Let's see what speed is. I mean, I am using quite a bit of the internet energy, probably you doing this, but I'll just have a quick look. What is the general speed at the moment? Okay, it's, oh well, that's still alright considering I'm live. 40, 30, 40, 31 megabytes a second, which is not very comparable. You're basically getting 10 times what I'm getting. But that's with AT&T. I've looked into that. I'm not sure if I can even get it here. But at the moment, if I wasn't running everything at the same time and have the live and everything, I can get up to like 40 plus, but it's just not very fast. And this is probably taking a bit of juice, like to be streaming. And I've got the laptop as well. Nothing. Oh, you've got the Ring mobile phone, the TV, although it's not working, but it's connected as well. My phone's connected. So basically what happened is this is, so I've got my own flat, my own internet, but it's Wi-Fi, like as in radio or mobile. It's a mobile internet, so it's not connected to any kind of fibre optics or anything like that. And which I think it would need to be super fast, possibly. And it's not shared, although it's not anymore anyway, because what I did, because I spoke to I'm with 3, and I spoke to them on Tuesday, I think, Monday or Tuesday. And they went through lots of stuff, changed me to a different tower because the mast that was normally providing me with internet had issues. So they changed the tower, got me to turn my thing around. So it was working okay. But then it slowed down again in the evening. And I thought, So I think it was yesterday, I think it was Wednesday. Maybe it was yesterday, I changed the passwords on everything. And since then, it's been steady. So it's a new password. I don't know if someone was able to get into my internet. I don't know. Really don't know. But now, no one can. And it's steady. It hasn't shut down anymore since yesterday. It's still not super fast, but I don't need it to be super fast for what I do. It'd be nice to be able to upload something and not have to wait for an hour or 2 hours, you know. Sometimes like videos, wow. That's a long time for a video to upload to YouTube. But then sometimes the uploading is not just dependent on what your speed is. It's also dependent on where it's being uploaded to. So if you're uploading it to a place where it can't handle super fast anyway, it's just going to do it at its own speed, regardless of how fast the internet is. I read that somewhere. I'm not sure if it's true. So yeah, I wish I had 396 megabytes a second. I would be very pleased with that. I really would. Okay, so Boston's had to go back to work. Have a fantastic weekend. Thank you. Nice shirt. Thanks, Jenny. So, has anybody got any questions before I continue? Before I continue with this recording. Vinny is really annoying me right now. He's staring at me, keeps running around. He wants something. Oh, I know what he wants. He wants the tin his food came in. If you're hungry, Vinny, there's dry food on the floor that you've dropped. So he's knocked dry food off his plate onto the floor, but he won't eat it off the floor. There's no logic. And relax. Ba 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 ba. It's very weird making a live recording, because I will download this and stick it onto YouTube. I will also stick it onto TikTok and Instagram as well, but it's very slow uploading videos to Instagram. It's a slow old process. But TikTok's pretty quick, so I've been uploading my videos and it's a matter of a minute or two and it's done. I tell I'm well behind. So at some point I just touch my head. So this live stream is really behind from when I'm talking to when it actually broadcasts, which is strange. But probably explains why there's a lag in me getting messages back. Do you know what Vinny's heritage is? He's a dog. No, do you mean like brand? Not brand, like make. He's Jack Russell. I was told, that's Jenny asked this question, I was told that he was a pedigree. But I've also been told, a lot of things in my life that weren't true. But I think he looks like a sausage dog, personally. He loves sausages. But yeah, it's supposed to be just a Jack Russell, but I've seen other Jack Russells that look different to him. So he's definitely got a Jack Russell face. He's got the old eyebrows, the frown, permanent frown on his face. So he is a Jack Russell, but at the same time, I think all dogs are just mixed, a bit like humans. We're all mixed, aren't we? There is no pure breed. Whatever a pure breed's supposed to be, I don't think no dog is pure. Everything's mixed. Besides, not him personally, but his breed, Jack Russell, was actually created by mixing a bunch of dogs together to create this hunting dog, or to help with hunting. So there is no purity in that to start with, is there? In a sense, if you're mixing dogs together, just like humans, we're just a mix, aren't we? We're all related at some point along the way. That's what I think, based on my ignorance. I'm pleased with my ignorance. Keeps me happy, keeps me warm at night. I hope that answers your question, Jenny. It's weird. It's strange doing this live, because I feel a little bit self-conscious. A little bit. Just a little bit. It's like I'm trying to stick to the questions and not get caught up in waffling on, but then the waffling on is kind of part of what this is about, isn't it? So it's a weird one. It's just like, if I do it again, tell me if you want me to do it again, honestly. And I'll, think it through. Maybe I'll do a poll on the Facebook group and just ask if anyone would be interested in tuning in at 6 o'clock. I could do a different time, but 6 o'clock is probably the latest I can do in an evening, because I start to wind down this time of the day. When I've done this, I will have something to eat and I'll be in bed by 10. So there's it takes me a couple of hours to do all the editing and stuff for the podcasts and the uploading, because I've got such a slow internet. And then, I don't know. I suppose I could do it a little bit earlier. I could do it at 5. I could do it at 4. It's going to be hard to do it at a time that suits all parts of the world. That is a thing. So Isabel, if you're watching, hello. Jenny. So Isabel. So hi Isabel. I've just seen your name pop up. We'll see. Heidi asks, do you know if there's any video or audio material from the time in London where you performed as a comedian? You mention it regularly, so I'm getting curious. Thanks, Heidi. I reckon at some point I'm going to have to let everyone know that I lied about doing comedy. No. I do have... In fact, I could show you right now. Do you want me to show you right now? I've actually got them. Do you want me to show you right now? Anyone? I can't play them to you, but I can show you them. Right. Here we do. I'm going to put it on mute so that I don't cause a lot of sound stuff. Right. This is my bag. Go away, please, Vinny. This is a taped MP3 player that I bought years ago. I thought I chucked it out, so I've still got it. So I can technically still convert these. So I've got these tapes. So this one is a 4-track I Miss You. This is a song. Vinny is hassling me now. He wants to be part of this. So this is, if you can see that, a 4-track I Miss You, 1st to the 9th, 96. I wrote that for a girlfriend to dump me. Yes. I know I make out that I'm not very romantic. Because I'm not. But I used to be. I had my moments. Right. Bless. So this is a song I called Bless. I got no idea what that was. I could actually play these if I had batteries. The Tuesday song. This is a music. I know you're asking about the stand-up, but this is the Tuesday song I did. and that was, I don't have a date for that one. Okay. It was 1997. Right, here's one I got. I don't know if you can see that. Live on Stage 1993. Me live on stage 1993. So these are the gigs that I've written down. I don't know if you can see that at all. I'll read it out to you. Deadly Serious Comedy Club, Wednesday the 10th of the 2nd, 93. Screaming Blue Murder, 19th of the 2nd, 93. That's a Friday. Ha Bloody Ha, Saturday 29th of the 3rd, 93. It's a Saturday. Wisecrack Comedy Club, 1st of April 93. Bedrock Comedy Club, 7th of the 4th 93. Wow. Oh, there's two of them. And then you got Comedy Rug, or Comedy Bug, Comedy Rug. Tuesday, I can't see that, something the 4th. Cabaret and Tatters, at Tatters. It's really, I mean, it's a few years, isn't it? The ink's not great. I think 18th of the 4th, 93. Cabaret at Tatters. That was on a boat. It was on the Thames. It was a boat. It was nice. Guilty P, 24th of April 93, Saturday. The thing is, right, anyone, if you know anyone that performed on the comedy circuit in the early 90s, and you said, oh, there's a bloke called Jason Newland did comedy, and they probably say, I've got no idea who that is. Because I lied. No, I didn't. Because I never used my surname. I was just Jason. Jason. Now I would use my surname. Well, now I do use my surname, don't I? But you know, the one you could say, well, have you got any proof? Can he prove that he did comedy on the circuit? Because, you know, especially if someone that did it themselves, and you could say, okay, I'm going to list you some comedy clubs that are no longer around, and nobody, apart from those people that probably performed them, would even remember them. Maybe some of the people that went to them. I say, okay, Ha Bloody Ha. I think that was Soho. Screaming Blue Murder. See, the people say, oh my goodness, I haven't heard that comedy club's name forever. And some of them might still be running, I don't know. Here's another one. This is, oops, upside down. Jason Live on Stage 1993, another one. Oh, I think he's going to be in there now. There's a lot more gigs on that. The thing is, I'm just going to go back on here, see if anyone's left a message. Jenny, hi Jenny, sorry if I'm a little bit late answering the questions, because I'm answering questions, you know what I mean, I'm kind of in between screens. I'm watching from Vienna. Oh, Vienna. I love that song. Austria. It's 7:45 p.m. and a nice way to wind down of an evening. So if I did it at 6 o'clock here, my time, because we were an hour behind you, so that'd be good for Europe then, wouldn't it? Because I'm just guessing, I know not every country in Europe's got the same time, but we're all kind of in a similar ballpark, aren't we? because, until a few years ago, we were also part of Europe. If you look on the map, we still are. So at least west, I don't know when it comes to places like the further east you get, I don't know. I really don't know what the time lapse or the time difference is. Cara, oh, now it's coming up. Look. Cara, post-holiday recovery is getting to me, and your calming voice is putting me to sleep, as I love so much. So I'll sign off. And listen later. Okay, no worries. That's the thing, because there is a chance that there'll be a noise, a sound, not during the actual recording, and not during the actual podcast, when I release it, but during the live one, I can't control. The only thing I could do is put Vinny into the bedroom, and no matter how annoying he is sometimes, we're a team, We're together all the time, pretty much. And I don't like putting him in the bedroom on his own. Just the same way I don't like being in the bedroom without him being in the bedroom. I know it might sound weird, but we're connected. That does sound weird, doesn't it? So maybe, yeah, Jenny, thanks. Cara, thank you for listening. I appreciate your support. And Jenny, so maybe, yeah, I think I'll still do that poll. I have thought about this over the years, but there's a few reasons why I didn't do the live stuff. There's my mood, if I'll be honest. Alcara says, I can't go to sleep now though. I have to supervise my daughter's having company here today. Okay, Cara. Well, there's a chance, as I said, there might be some noise which could be disturbing. Not in a bad way, but just like in a bad way for me, because when he starts barking, it is noisy. But at the very least, it can be relaxing, maybe, when I do these live. So I did think about doing like a regular live Let Me Bore You to Sleep. And some of the reasons I haven't or planned them is because I don't always know what I'm going to feel like. Or I never know what I'm going to feel like, pretty much from one day to the next. And I don't want to come on here and be a grumpy old bugger, Lots of love, Cara. Thank you, Cara. The other thing is timing. When is there a good time to reach people from all over the world? Because, you've got Australia, that's the other side. It's like complete opposite kind of time zone. So this is now, 6 in the morning. I'll be starting at 6 in the morning for them, which is, it's okay if they're going to bed at 6 in the morning. So, you know what I mean. And then there's the sound. There's the chance of noise, the chance of Vinny barking, someone knocking on a door, someone shouting or screaming in the garden, just general stuff, or maybe loud music. And that is not ideal. And the only other thing is the sound quality is probably never going to be as good on live as it will be on the actual podcast, because it's recorded. It's recorded on a recording studio, and you might have seen it when I moved earlier. This microphone connected to the iPad is a separate thing, and also the picture quality It looks all right. It looks horrible here, but it looks okay on my computer screen, which is weird. Like I say, it looks like this. It's a bit, doesn't look like a very good picture that I'm looking at. But on the actual laptop, it looks all right. My voice is getting croaky. Oh no. All right, okay, here's the next one. That was the right way up. Why does that look wrong? Jason live on stage 1993. It's another one. Oh, it's not. It's just one. I won't. So these are all different dates, 93, and I literally can't see. Look, can you read that? Really small writing. So the first one, poetry, Hackney. Poetry? I don't know why I would be going to a poetry place. Lettuce Laughs, Banana Cabaret. That was the first or the second, I don't know. I think this is February 93. Banana Cabaret was a big club, big old club. East Dulwich Tavern, Comedy Cafe, my place. Not my place, there was a comedy pit, and that was in Streatham, I think. And then you got Comedy Pit again, New Act of the Year. New Act of the Year. So 1993, I applied for the Hackney New Act of the Year show. And to get into the final, or to get into, okay, I didn't get into the final, but to get into the rounds, which were actually at the Hackney Empire, you had to go through an audition. It's like a contest before the contest, which was next door at Samuel Peep, I think, which was a pub next door to the Hackney Empire. So I went there and I got through. And I went to I think I was in the first heat of the live finals. And I didn't get through. But it was still an experience to be on such a huge stage. Just one person on a huge... And the stage was big. I mean, I know I said it's huge, so that's probably a clue, but wow. It was a nice experience. And also I was there with a bunch of people that I knew, like friends that were also performing. And after the gig, I met a lady. I did. Whenever I hear the words, I met a lady, she felt service, and gave you breakfast. He said, do you come from a land down under? Orangi Boom Boom, or Orangi Boom Boom, the Meccano Club. That was in Angel Tube Station? I think it was near Angel. Chickad Reggie's, which was near Soho. The Bearcat Club, which was another big club. That was the end of the tube. That was the end of the tube line. Ealing? I think it was Ealing Broadway, the Bearcat Club. I might be wrong. I'm deadly serious. So There's a lot of big tapes in here. There's still more songs. But I guess I'm trying to prove that I'm not a complete fake. Right, these are two other songs. So I got this one, Ticket to Ride. This is a song I did. 28th of the 6th, 96. She's got a ticket to ride. And this is I Miss You. So again, that was an empty case. I thought I'd already looked. I thought I Miss You was on there. That was the first one I got out, wasn't it? So anyway, that was Done for a Girlfriend. And then I did Me Live on Stage 1992. Look. It says Keep. So 1992 Keep. This is another song I did. The annoying 8-hour epic song. 27th of April 97. Another love song, and it really did take that long, which is why I called it that. This is me and my cousin back on the 3rd of the 1st 99 doing music. Well, he was doing the music. Bless, that's a song that we did together. And that was 98, January 11th, 98. Then I got another one, me and my cousin jamming, 1st of the 3rd of the 1st, 99. Wow. Me Live on Stage, 1991. And 92. So 91's when I started. That's got to be exciting for you. It's exciting. Live on Stage. Let's have a look what have I got. Me Live on Stage. The Comedy Store. 22nd of the 8th, 91. Me Talking and Singing. Don't know what that means. Me Live on Stage, New Act of the Year, 92. So that might have been either the first one of the set, either the one at the. I'm confused. Banana Cabaret, Soho Ho, Cabaret at the Square. So yeah, there's ones where I'm singing as well, so I don't really know why. Don't know why. And I got these. This one is me on stage 1991. Me on stage, so downstairs at the King's Head. That was every Thursday fortnight. Up the Creek. Comedy Cafe, Comedy Cafe, Comedy Pit, Comedy Pit, Comedy Cafe, Comedy Cafe. I haven't got dates for all of these, but then there's Comedy Cafe again, Comedy Cafe, 27th of the 3rd. Wow. So I got 27th of the 3rd, 91. Early days that was. Comedy Cafe, Comedy Cafe, Comedy Cafe, King's Head, Comedy Cafe, King's Head, Comedy Cafe, Hurricane Club. This is the one I sung after I Miss You. So the first song was I miss the way I miss the way I wish you'd come back to me. Wish you'd be part of my world. Whatever. And then I played it to her, and it looked at me like, I don't know, she's waiting for me to fart or something, I don't know. So I wrote another song to try and, maybe get the message across that I was madly in love with her. So this is the 20th of the 1st, 97, called I Wrote You a Song. And the one I did before was, I don't know when it was 96. That doesn't, yes, there's a bit of difference between the times, I guess. Or maybe it was 97. Maybe we just split up a long time. I forgot. So I wrote her a love song forgetting that we weren't together. And that was, I wrote you a song, it took quite a long time. I played it to you. So here's me talking about the previous song that I wrote. I wrote you a song, it took quite a long time. I played it to you, but all you did was look out of the window and sigh. Why did I bother? Why did I try? Why did I even take the time? Why did I bother? Why did I try? Anyway, so that was that. It still took many hours to record. But what I would do, I'd go around my cousins and I wouldn't even have lyrics or anything sometimes. And I'd just write the whole song. The Tuesday song was I think it was I wonder why. I can't do it. You excuse me, lied to me and took your love away from me. Why did I puff? I don't know. Anyway, that's probably not the right one, but it's a song I did. And then wow, I Miss You. I haven't even got said it who it's for. So I've got more than one copy of I Miss You on there for some reason. There's bleeps going there. This is live on stage 92. Live on stage 91. Plus singing. That'd be interesting. I mean, I can't play it. The thing is, when I did the comedy, I was a little bit rude. A lot rude. Like really rude. So I can't really play it without listening first to see if I can find something that isn't rude. And it's not going to sound very good because someone's alarm's going off. It's not going to sound very good because you think these tapes are 20, 30, wow, 91, 2001, 2011, 2021, 34 years old. It's crazy. So yeah, maybe I'll play one day, maybe, I don't know, we'll see. thanks, Heidi. So Ing asks, do you get vaccinated against flu or coronavirus regularly? Does health insurance cover the cost in England? First answer is no. When I first moved here 10 years ago, I was getting the flu vaccination, but it didn't seem to help me. And then I went through the whole 2020 period, and I was kind of, I would say I was fine. I did have a chest infection and stuff, but not the not the thing. Until this summer, and I had COVID in July, end of July. And I don't know. Maybe I should. But I just don't. I just haven't, not for, I did during a thing. Sorry. Whoops. See, that's what happens when it's live. Noise, just knocking stuff over. When it comes to health insurance, we have in the UK the NHS. So, you can have private health insurance. But it's paid into. Like, it's been paid into for 70 years or however long it's been around. And my grandparents paid into it, my parents paid into it, I paid into it. Everyone, pays into it when they're able to. So it's just part of the national insurance thing that gets taken off of wages and that. I think that's how it works. So there isn't any I just realised there isn't any charge for the flu vaccination for me because I'm on benefits, but there might be for people that are working. So I just realised that I can check that. Cost of flu jab. Right. Okay. It depends. According to this, it depends which pharmacy you go to. So if you're, oh blimey, Boots is £21.95. Superdrug is £19.95 unless you have a loyalty card. Then it's £9.95. So, but I think, this is a guess, compared to some other countries, that's very cheap. Let's see. Let's see how much it is. There's not a lot of difference. I'm just looking at this is flu shot can costs without insurance range from 20 to 120. Okay, that's a big difference, isn't it? And you can get it from Castos, CVS, Walgreens and Walmart. So without insurance, the thing is, if you can get it for 20 as opposed to 120, but then I'd be thinking, what's the difference in level of quality as something that costs $20 or something that costs $120. It's because there's a big difference. Oh God, it depends what you get. So there's $20 to $70 for a standard flu shot, quadrivalent flu vaccine, $50 to $120 for a flu shot for seniors aged 65 plus. I'm not quite there yet. $50 to $120 for egg-free flu vaccine, egg-free. So yeah, I haven't had it for a while, but I did go through all the shots in 2020 because basically without doing it, couldn't do anything, couldn't go anywhere. Oh, Boston's back. Hi, Boston. Hi. See, yeah, we don't really, we don't have the same process here as in, I don't know all the different countries, but I'm probably the one I know most about, just from what I read about and what I see on TV, is America, and Thailand's another place. Anywhere where the medical services are private, where you have to pay for medical services. Here, you don't pay. It's all paid for, but you don't pay it at the time that you use it. If that makes any sense. So there's no bill. You don't go to a hospital with a broken leg and then come out of it with a bill for 10 grand or something ridiculous like that. So people don't end up getting in debt because they've been in a crash or because something serious has happened. They might get into debt because they're not unable to work for other different reasons, but they won't get into this huge medical debt if they don't have the right insurance. And having worked in insurance, you've got to be very careful to make sure that you're covered for everything. And with medical insurance, I think it's one of those things where once you've had a condition, you can't be covered for the same condition twice. So once you have a condition, they're not going to cover it. I'm trying to point to my chest there. It's bad, isn't it? But you know, I'm just thinking, Andre had a chest infection, and they said his insurance wouldn't cover him if he got another chest infection or anything to do with his chest. That seem fair, does it? But I like broken my legs. That's not fair. You mean I can only have one broken leg on the insurance? So yeah, I don't get vaccinated against the flu. But then I don't really go out. I mean, I do go out every day with the Vinster, but I don't go out like mixing with people. I think that's why I caught the lurgy in July, because I was in and out of the hospital pretty much every day for 6 weeks, and I was on buses. I travelled in taxis till my money ran out, and then I had to get on buses. And yeah, I guess it was inevitable, and because of the stress and stuff, it was inevitable I was going to become a bit poorly. And Boston says, I'm allergic to flu shots. Alright, I had a little bit of a reaction to a flu shot years ago, and the COVID jab, the first one I had, was felt a bit rubbish, but at the time I got really ill. Oh wow. I've not had that, thankfully. It was, yeah. Oh, here's a weird question. I've got a question here, Boston. It's about you. Can you believe it? Heidi, this is the last question. I haven't seen anything from or about Boston Chickie for years. Last time around, COVID time when she worked very hard as a nurse, when I remembered correctly. Her Facebook profile is gone, but I know you talked over the phone sometimes. Are you still connected? And if so, how is she doing? Well, Boston, how you doing? You're part of the group, so if you want to go, this is under when I asked any questions for this week's Q&A Friday, it's on a pink box. And maybe you can leave your comment, like how you're getting on. I generally don't read these questions before the Friday, generally. And I didn't see that until just now. Wow. What's the chances of that? And you're literally on, listening, watching at the same time. Moved to Colorado. So she's now. So you don't realise, Boston, I watch your YouTube videos. So I know you said you'd answer to anything. You like Colorado Chickie, Boston Chickie, Andy. So I can't not call you Boston. Sorry, that's what I'm used to. So I'm a scheduling manager for a home healthcare company. So yeah, so that's Boston. She's in why was I going to say Massachusetts? Colorado, and has got a different job. And she's a street performer. I don't know. Well, I can't read it. I'm a scheduling manager for a home healthcare company, and I don't know. I've got no idea. Colorado, is that a long way away from Boston? Colorado, is that like desert country? Is that like near a desert? Yeah, I can call you Boston. Thank you. I got no choice. I'll be honest with you. When I saw Andy D, and I thought, who's Andy D? But then there's only one person I know called Andy. So yeah, it's West. So is that? So West. That's where all the sand is, isn't it? Like the deserts and stuff. I've not been to America. I'm thinking about some of the Bond movies right now. Colorado, mountains. So I do believe I've answered all the questions. And I've no idea how long I've been talking for. I started just after 6. So over an hour, probably about an hour, nearly an hour and a half maybe. So what I'll do is, when I finish this, I'll go and make myself some food, because it is 7:30. And then what I'll do is I'll edit this and I'll post a little poll saying, do you want me to do a live one? I might not wobble my head like I am. By the way, if you want to see me wobble my head, you'll have to watch the video. And this should be saved on Facebook, the Facebook group, Jason Newland's Boring Group. And I'm hoping to download it, post it onto YouTube, maybe post it onto TikTok. So thank you for listening. And Instagram. And X, if it lets me, because it just takes forever. Slow in internet, slow internet. So thank you for listening. As soon as I say thank you for listening, Vinny walks up to me. He's ready. It reminds me a little bit like, you know those sharks that sleep at the bottom of the ocean, and they have all the fish that normally they eat, and they ignore those fish because they're having a nice afternoon nap, and then they wake up, and then they, it's a bit like him. He's not really like a shark, really, is he? But whenever I say thank you for listening, remember to be kind to yourself, he comes and looks at me, or stands and sits on my feet and sits down. Yeah, he's had one a little while ago. I don't want to take him out when it's dark now, so I try and get it all done during the day. What he wants is sausages. Do you want sausages, Vinny? Sausages. He misses his uncle's sausages, don't you? Hey? Jenny's there. Oh, and Jenny. Hi. I'm getting excited. People are on here now and I've got to go. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for listening. Remember to be kind to yourself, because you do deserve to be happy, and be gentle with yourself. You deserve to feel safe. Lots of love. Bye. Thanks. And also thank you for those of you that have watched me live. And maybe if I do a live one next week, we'll have a few more people. Oh, thanks, Boston. My condolences for Uncle Sausages. Yeah, it's really strange. Strange situation, but yeah, thank you. Vinny misses him, don't you? Eh? They used to talk to each other through the front door. I mean, it's like an actual conversation. I'd be in here and I'd hear Vinny going, and I'd hear, and like, what's going on? And I'd go to the front door, and Uncle Sausages would be talking to him, like full on. How you getting on, Vinny? You alright, Vinny? Shall I go to the shop, get you some sausages, Vinny? Like, absolutely adored him. And there was a time when we'd open the doors, and he'd run between the flats, because Uncle Sausages lived directly opposite me, and Vinny would run between the flats. He loved running around Uncle Sausage's flat, then he'd run back here, then he'd run back there, and he just had the time of his life. Loved it. So that's it. So thank you very much. Take care. Bye.